In this assignment, I provide you with a file and I'm asking you to modify the code to accomplish these three tasks up at the top, which are to modify and complete the calculate average function, the show text function, and the change function. So your first step should be to look over the HTML to see what I've included in the file. And so you can see I do have some styling, which I will get back to in just a moment. But in the body, you have these four tags. The first one is a simple H1 just to display a statement. The second one is a P tag with an ID, but notice there's no content. So one of the functions is going to modify that content. The next P tag has a statement that displays. This text is, then a span, and then the word hidden. Notice what the span has around it here, around the word hidden. It does have an ID, and it has the event handler on click, so it is going to call a function to show the text. And if you look at the CSS that's associated with the span, go up to the top, you can see that the font color is white, so this text is not displaying when the page launches, and it does have a border around it. So when the user clicks on that section where there's the border around it, where hidden should be displayed, it's going to call the function show text, and I want you to change the font color so that the text does display. And then the last item is the image tag. It has an ID. It does have a source file. I did provide you with a couple of image files. And again, on click, you're going to call the function change. So when the user clicks on the image, something is going to happen. So the first step I would suggest here is to launch the file just to see what you're working with. And notice this is what I was talking about here. When the user clicks in this space, the font color for the word hidden should change. And when the user clicks on the image should change. Okay, so if you go to Developer Tools right now, you'll notice that you have errors, and the errors are associated with the logic just not being completed, the code not existing yet. So that'll get fixed once you add your code. So scroll down to the script portion and you'll notice that I included a few more instructions. I first have a variable named average that I've declared, and then comes the calculate average function. Inside the function you should declare three variables, assign them values, and then calculate the average. So it should say average equals and then some calculation. Now here I would like you to display a statement saying the average is and then the number, using inner HTML, and I would like it to display in that empty E tag, or sorry, the empty P tag that is above with the ID AVE. Right, so that's this guy right here. So we're changing the inner HTML. The second task is to modify the show text, and the show text is the one that is going to display the hidden text by just simply changing the font color. So I would like a DOM statement here that changes the styling. And then the third task is the change. And this one is a little bit more challenging only because you're working with files and file paths. So here I have a statement. This is considered a get statement since it's going out and getting the .src value for the image, and it brings that back and stores it into the variable current. So I have a display here, a console.log on current, so you can see the entire path name. And so it'll show you all the file folders. If the file is image 1, you should display image 2. Otherwise, if the current file is image 2, display image 1. So this is going to change the .src for this. So it's going to be document.getElementById myImage.src set equal to the different image. Okay, so give these a try and let me know if you have any questions.